Alright, I added a couple more studies during the week. Just gonna cut down more and more on my job and get real lazy as the year's end comes up. So let's start. Roll in bed. And study. Study some more. And roll in bed. Do my job. You're not your khakis. You're the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world. Okay. My eyes! And an event on Wednesday. I am starving. Luckily, the cafe is on the way home. A nice sandwich sounds perfect about now. As I open the door, I see Isabella and wave hello. She smiles, but she seems to be busy. Oh, here we go. Did you get your bike fixed? As I'm sitting down with my food, I notice Chad coming in. Ugh, this might get ugly. I duck down in my seat a bit. I don't want to cause a scene, and I certainly don't want to antagonize the football player. I'm sure he wouldn't do anything violent, but still, there's no need to cause a ruckus. Besides, if Isabella needs me, I want to be here. Luckily, Isabella doesn't notice him at first and keeps serving other customers. Finally, after a few moments, I hear Chad clearing his throat loudly. Ahem!
Hey Isabella, I don't get to have a word or nothing. I don't see why you should get a word in. Do you honestly feel like there's something to say? Because I don't particularly. Come on, don't be like that, baby. Look, I'm sorry I screwed up. Doesn't mean we can't have some good times, right? You really think that's all it's going to take?
Isabella sets down the tray she was carrying with enough force that the sound echoes through the whole cafe.
We're over, you bastard. You had your chance at greatness and you frickin' blew it. Now scuttle off and leave me be. Come on, baby, I'm not the only one missing out. We had some good times, right? I've made some mistakes, sure, but I'm coming to you on my knees here. Oh, are you? Really? Because you look like you're standing perfectly well to me. You don't even have flowers or chocolates or anything. You're not even trying. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you didn't bring me flowers. I'd hate to think you wasted your money. We done here? Come on, you think you can do better than me? Just forgive me already. Are you kidding? I could find a better man than you out behind the dumpsters.
Chad turns red in anger for a moment.
Are you kidding me? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you.
Izzy can handle it. I think for a moment about jumping in and sticking up for Isabella, but then I realize I'd just be butting in. This is between Isabella and Chad, and she doesn't need me sticking my nose in.
No, Chad, the best thing that ever happened to me was finding out early that you were a boneheaded, selfish asshole without a lick of sense to you. If you had any of those, you wouldn't have treated me the way you did. So why do you think I'd want to have anything to do with your ridiculous ass? Hey, look, I'm just saying You're just saying? Hey, sucker, I want to treat you like a possession and sex toy. Why won't you go back in my pocket where you belong? Here's a hint. Because I'm none of those things. And the fact that you probably, even now, don't understand that is why we will never, ever be together again.
Chad looks completely stunned by Isabella's tirade. He's just standing there slack-jawed.
I'm sick of you taking up my air, Jack-off. I'm going to the back. If you're still here when I get back, you're going to be the sorriest sack of crap in the whole school.
Isabella stalks off to the back, completely ignoring Chad. For his part, Chad just shakes his head and turns to leave. He can't muster a quip or line. He's been completely defeated by the Izzy. Go, Izzy. A few minutes later, Isabella comes out of the back and spots me still sitting there.
Oh man, you saw all that, huh? What an asshole, am I right?
I just smile and nod.
Thanks for not butting in. I hate it when people try to fight my fights for me.
Well, you're a very strong woman, Isabella. I knew you'd be fine.
Well, thanks anyway. You full? If not, I'll grab you something good.
Sounds great. Yeah. She's a strong, independent woman who can take care of business. Going to sleep, school, work. Sex on the beach. Blood and guts Murphy. Then I studied. I went to bed. Study. And another our event. Okay, I think I've gotten enough studying done for one evening. Ahem. Now I think it's time to start thinking about my party again. I need to figure out what kind of entertainment we're going to have. I've been writing up notes for planning ever since that first night. Carmen said it best when she said I knew a rock star. It's just a question of asking him. I know Max is a friend, but it still feels a little weird asking him for a semi-professional favor like this. I knock on Max's door and organize my pitch as he opens the door. Oh, hey, Anne, what's up? I figured you'd be studying tonight. Well, not sure how to ask this, but, well, how would you like a gig? If this is gonna be one of those pretend to be my boyfriend while my parents are in town thing, I'm going to pass. I'm trying to throw a party, and it's not a party unless you have entertainment. And I don't know anyone more entertaining, and it would be really nice if you would play for me. Whoa, slow down. We both laugh as I try to compose myself. Alright, let's talk a couple specifics. Real party or just a couple friends? You gonna pay us? I assume you want the whole band, not just me and a guitar. What kind of people are you inviting? Real party. I can try to pay a bit, and yes, the whole band. It's not just going to be a couple friends, but it's not like I'm looking to invite the whole campus or anything. Well, once people get wind that I'm playing... Alright, Anne, you've got a deal. I'll call Memphis and we'll get things ready. You have the rest of the details sorted? Not yet, but we'll let you know more when we know. Max and I shake hands on it, and I head back to my room, dialing up Carmen as I go. Hey, Anne. Good timing. I just heard back from my guy. We've got a place. Perfect. Max said yes, so we've got the entertainment. Alright, so we've got the basics. We should probably have more entertainment than just the band, but we can put that together as we go. Exactly. Now we just need to figure out who we're inviting. Yeah, Max asked who we'd be inviting too. We probably don't want to take an ad out in the paper, but we want to get the word out enough that people know what's going on. I think I know who to ask about it. Give me a bit of time to consider it. Okay, do you want me to ask around for other attendees? I'll do the inviting, I guess. No, thank you. Not this time. Not that you couldn't find awesome people, but this is something I should try to do myself. Don't worry, by the time I'm done, I'll be meeting all kinds of new people. Of course, you should totally invite whoever you'd like to. No, I totally get what you're saying. Don't worry, I'll only ask a couple close friends since I'm kind of co-hosting this, right? It sounds like we're well on our way. We can do it, Annie Belle. Yeah, I think we're well on our way to a fabulous bash. It's going to be fabulous. And then we'll do some sleep and some studying. Oh, we ended up at 100%. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll go to class. Maybe. Got all that money. Alright, let's start it. I snag a good seat, prepared for another class. I sometimes can't believe they still let Professor Task teach here. I guess that's the power of tenure. I wonder what he's going to get into today.
All right, you little money sacks, sit down. Let's get this started.
Everyone quiets down, settling in their seats. The professor turns on a projector and starts displaying slides. The slides seem to be displaying a countryside. A few buildings dot it. As he progresses through the slides, we see a bunch of people standing in front of buildings and posing. Professor, are we just looking at your vacation slides?
What's your point? I am trying to get to a point. If certain noisy know-nothings would stop interrupting me.
I sit back in my seat, not believing we're actually looking at a professor's vacation slides.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anne. Is my lecture boring you? Perhaps you'd like to give a better one? Come on, get down here.
I stand up from my desk, walking down to stand in front of the professor. He looks down at me, that stern stare in his eyes. Oh boy, here we go again.
I've had my eye on you for a while now, Anne. I've been watching you, and hoping that you would blossom into the full and glorious student I know you could be.
I look quizzically at the professor. I had no idea he had such an interest in me. His smoldering brown eyes are boring a hole into me. Well, I wanted to do my best for you, Professor.
I know you did, Anne. That was part of my joy. Watching you, knowing that you were so eager to please me, and that I was so eager to teach.
Suddenly, the professor takes me into his arms.
You are the one for me, Anne. You are the one who can take my instruction, and I only teach pleasure. When I'm done, you will know pleasure and how to please better than any other person before you.
The professor hugs me close, looking down into my eyes.
Will you complete me, Anne? Will you be the pupil I need to complete this circle?
I can feel warmth creeping up my neck. I bury my head in the professor's coat. Accept his love. Yes, Professor Task. Teach me how to love.
And so much more, Anne. And so much more. Let us start right now, my love.
The professor leans me back over his podium. I'm vaguely aware of the rest of the class looking at us, but mostly I'm lost in his eyes. He is my master now, and I cannot wait to find out what new lessons he will have for me. The professor's lips approach mine, inching slowly, tortuously closer until they're almost touching. With a start, I lift my head off my desk. I can't believe I fell asleep. What the hell was that dream?
And that's why you should always be aware of what kind of cheese you're buying in foreign countries. See, I told you I was getting to a point.
Never eat bad cheese before going to class. You'll have some weird dreams about your teach. Don't do it. I think that's the moral of that story. Time's running short to get my plans in motion. It's time to start getting invites out, which of course means figuring out who to invite. I just hope Isabella can help me. I head down the hall, formulating my game plan as I go. I knock on Isabella's door, idly playing with my hair as I listen to her footsteps approaching.
Oh, hey, Anne. Not studying tonight? Come on in.
Oh, I've got some studying to do later tonight, but I needed to ask you about something first.
Sure, anything.
Well, not to draw it out for too long, but I'm throwing a party. And, well, I don't really know many people outside Latin House.
Oh, if you need to know some party animals, my dear, you have come to the right place. I kid. Trust me, I know how to get a good party going. Let me think about your personality. Yeah, okay, I think I can give you some people to call.
Okay, thank you, Isabella. Isabella reaches over to her desk and pulls out a small book. She begins transcribing things from her address book onto a spare piece of paper.
Do you have some entertainment for us?
Yeah, Max is going to be playing. Carmen suggested we also get a ping pong table for beer pong. Maybe a tournament?
Oh, that sounds like fun. Have you started advertising at all?
No, I don't think I will. I mean, I'm not looking to get the whole campus involved.
Fair enough. You want just beer or you want to have a full-on bar? Nothing like a mixed drink to get the party going.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I know we were thinking about a bit of alcohol, but a bartender would be pretty interesting.
It can be a little expensive, but yeah, it can be good stuff. Though it can also lead to things getting a little wild. After all, harder alcohol and all that. If you want it, I know a guy who doesn't card.
Give me his number. Hopefully people will like it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be great. He knows how to entertain while he bartends.
Great. Isabella thinks for a moment and then writes down a note for me.
There you go. Just email him and let him know what's going on.
Thanks, Izzy. I will give him a phone call. In the meanwhile, continuing on with life. Bed, study, nap. Oh, almost made it. Oh, here we go. And I actually am Rakesh's girlfriend this time, so let's see how this plays out. Back in my room at last. Just as I'm putting my keys on my desk, there's a knock on my door.
Anne, you have to help me. They have outwitted me.
I stand with my keys in hand, staring at Rakesh. Who's outwitted you?
My parents. They're going to be video calling me in 20 minutes.
So?
So, the letter I wrote them. They're not coming, but they still want to check up on me. You have to help me.
I looked down at the keys in my hand for a moment before answering. You gotta help your boo! Alright, Rakesh, what do you want to do? I mean, it's just a phone call. It's not like they can hurt you through the phone, even if it's a video conference.
I don't know. I have to convince them that I'm okay here and there's no need to worry, and, that I'm still on the medical track.
I thought we agreed you were going to tell them the truth about what you were doing.
I, may have chickened out a little on that. I sort of told them the truth. I told them that I was studying art and really enjoying it. I just also told them that I was still studying medicine.
I shake my head at him. That just complicates things.
I know, but it would be terrible to tell them the whole truth.
Fine. What do you want to do?
I am quite glad you asked.
Here we go. 15 minutes later, Rakesh is standing in front of his laptop with a webcam attached. We're sitting in my room, mostly because it looks the least like a bomb went off in it with all the rooms in the house. Rakesh has strewn various charts and graphs around the room, and I'm lying in bed with a cold compress on my head. Not to mention a rather hastily put together paint job that's supposed to make me look like a sick person, but mostly makes me look like a Martian. You really think this is going to work?
It must, Anne. I think we can pull this off. Together.
Just a few moments later, his video conferencing software bleeps at him, and Rakesh hurriedly tucks me into the bed.
Okay, here we go. Remember, I am the competent medical student, and you are my patient.
I moan in a sickly fashion, and Rakesh gives me a thumbs up. A video screen pops up on his computer, and I can just barely make out the blurry image of Rakesh's parents. I quickly lay my head back down, though, so I look more like I'm resting. Rakesh says something in Urdu that I assume is a greeting. Then his parents say something back.
Are you sure? I do not mind. I have not had much chance to speak my native tongue lately.
His parents say something back, and Rakesh just nods, continuing in English.
Well, this is my office where I keep my computer. As you can see, I have a patient here right now, so I cannot talk too loudly.
Huh?
Oh yes, it is very normal for one such as I, who is moving so well along the path to earning my doctorate. I must prove my skills, after all.
I try not to roll my eyes. He's really overselling it.
Oh no, my patient is very comfortable, I'm sure. After all, I do my best to attend to their needs whenever they arise. Whenever they arise.
Crap, that was my cue! I cough loudly, moaning in a sickly fashion and trying to roll around.
Just a moment, I will be right back.
I feel so very terrible. So terribly, terrible. I don't feel good, I mean, not good at all. Rakesh glares at me for a moment while he pretends to check my charts. I try not to laugh. I feel a little bad about the hammy acting. I'm sorry. Finally, Rakesh attaches a sphygmomanometer to my arm like he's trying to take my blood pressure, while putting the chest piece of his stethoscope against my neck. I try to moan a little bit, but I don't think that's how those are supposed to be used.
Oh my goodness. Your pressure is 190/24, and your fever is 55 degrees Celsius. We must boost your fluid stat. I am so sorry, Mother, but I will have to call you back another time. My patient here may be collapsing.
I gurgle a little and fall back limp. I really hope this helps. Though part of me really hopes it doesn't. These kind of theatrics can't last forever.
What? What do you mean, what am I doing? I am tending to a patient, as we in medical training do. Of course this is real. What else could it be?
Well, I guess these kind of theatrics don't last very long at all. Rakesh is floundering. I open my eyes and see him sweating bullets looking at the screen. I guess the jig is up. You gotta tell them the truth. I'm sorry, man. I sit up in the bed, removing the cold compress and trying to smear some of the paint off my face. Rakesh, I don't think they're going to buy it. I look over to the camera as Rakesh's panic really sets in. He stands stock still as I address his parents. Hello, sir, madam. I apologize that I cannot understand your language. I also apologize for the deception. But Rakesh hasn't been studying medicine. He wants to be an artist, sir and madam, and he's really very good at it. All the pressure that you put onto him to be a doctor is just driving him crazy. Please, you have to accept that your son has chosen a different path. Huh? Yes, it is true. I am sorry to both of you, but my heart is not in medicine. It is not who I am meant to be. No, this is not one of my childish whims. I know this in my heart. I know what I am in my heart, and a doctor is not it. For the next few minutes, there's little else but yelling coming from the other side of the internet connection. Rakesh stands next to me with the pained look every child gets when they're yelled at by their parents. I feel for him, but I know it had to be done. I reach out and take Rakesh's hand surreptitiously by the covers, where it can't be seen by the camera. Rakesh smiles down at me, nodding and looking a little stronger. Yes, I understand, Father. Perhaps we both require more time to cool down. I will speak with you another time. His parents say something else, and then Rakesh responds, this time in Urdu. Then the line cuts and Rakesh slumps down on the bed. That was harrowing. I do not know if that was the right choice, Anne, but it is made. Perhaps for the best. We shall see. I think you'll find it will lift a burden from you, Rakesh. You'll see. Sweet baby, it'll be okay. I hope.